So we're going to chat about your new track in a minute. It's called Lose My Mind. We love it. But you're fresh off the Late Late Show. So there's a few questions I need to ask about the Late Late Show, okay? Because I feel like woman to woman, there's a lot that goes into it. Do you know what I mean? As in like the Late Late Show, lots of people watch this. And do you still have to do the walk out bit? Because that's the bit now that freaks me out, you know, and you have to walk and wave and go down the steps.
Yeah, no, I didn't go down the steps. I just walk from side of stage. I mean, if I'd go down the steps, I mean, I wouldn't have made it to thing. Like, I'm the most clumsiest ever. I wouldn't have got there. But like, I did have to walk out, and I actually didn't realize how bad my walk was until I saw a snippet of myself walking onto the stage for the big deal, and I literally was like, and I was like, what is that? I didn't even know I'd done that. So I was very conscious walking out. I was like, shoulders back, pretend you're Bella Hadid, go for it. Still was like,
there's so much that goes into these things, you see, that we, you know, you feel like you don't have to think about it. And then when you get there, you're like, oh, like all of this extra bits and pieces. So you had a big Friday night on the Late Late Show to promote your new single. It's called Lose My Mind. Tell us a little bit about the track and what it means to you.
So Lose My Mind is kind of those, I suppose, for my fans who've been with me since like day one, hearing like the EP Wild that I self-released and stuff like that. It's like the new, it's not like new me, but it's kind of like a fresher me. I suppose it's a fresher sound. It's a more developed sound. You know, I've developed as an artist and a songwriter, and now I've kind of dipped my toe a bit in producing as well. So like this song for me is like something that I wanted to release after the 1.5 years that we had. It's like, it's fun. It's about like losing all inhibitions. It's kind of like, it's me being out on a night out and deciding just, you know what, I'm not going to stress about anything. I'm not going to think about anything. I'm just going to have a great night. I'm just going to be free. I'm going to live in the moment, and I'm going to have no regrets. There's no fear in the morning, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, go for it. And I wanted something else that people could dance to. Like, it's about time now that we're all out. We're going to events. I mean, we all saw the queue for Coppers. The nightclub's definitely open. So I want people to be able to dance it as well, rather than sing at home and being woe is me, releasing a ballad. I was like, something fun. And that's exactly what it is. And it sticks in your bloody brain. Whether you like it or not, it does.
It totally does. And you're dead right. Like, as in, we need that after the 1.5 years, nearly 2 years that we've had. And do you think we'll ever see like a Lyra collaboration with a massive dance act? Is that like the route you want to go down at some stage? Like, we've just seen Hosier do a collaboration with Medusa. Or are you like, no, I want to do my own thing, and we'll stick the collaborations for later?
I mean, of course, like if they came knocking on my doors instead of Hosier's, I would have been like, yeah, boys, I'm ready to go. They didn't. But it's definitely like, if I got a song from someone that like we could collab with, as in like I could maybe write and they do the production for it, then, you know, I definitely wouldn't say no. I definitely try it out. If it was something that I felt like definitely wasn't me, then obviously I wouldn't go down that path. But like, I do have things coming up that, like, you know, I've written for some sync stuff that like I probably wouldn't release as my own artist, because it's not my kind of like artistic thing. It's you know, not radio friendly. It's more like just a big banger, free loving anthem that just works really well in like a movie. So like, I'm always up for trying different things. Like, at the end of the day, music is just so vast. You could dip your toe into a lot of things. As long as I just keep my own voice and be happy with what I'm producing, then it's okay with me. I'm not going to be like, I'll never do that, you know. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot.
And the big deal, was that a big deal for you, getting on TV and doing more judging this year? Now, I know you learned how to walk properly from the show, but is there anything else that you learned from doing it?
Yeah, I suppose I learned have a bit more confidence in myself when it comes to outside the music industry. You know, when I was asked to do it, I was extremely nervous because I'd never done presenting before, obviously. And I get really nervous doing public speaking anyway, as people can tell when they see my live performance. I literally am like jibber jabber in between songs. So I just get that nervous talking. So I was a bit nervous about that, and like being like a live recording and stuff. And I kind of just learned that, you know, just give, as we were kind of saying before, like just give anything a go and just have that confidence in yourself to, you know, try it out at least. Because like there was a little element of me saying, am I too scared to do this? Will I not do it? And I was just like, bloody pull your socks up, give it a go. It could be the best thing ever. And literally after the first half an hour sitting in the judging panel, I felt completely at home and I completely relaxed. And I was like, just be yourself and everything will be fine. And it was. So I just need to have a bit more belief in myself outside my music.
And I feel like it doesn't matter if you're in the music industry, you know, the radio business, the movie business, like that's it. Like you just have to believe in what you do. And I've seen you on the show, like you've done such a fantastic job. So your new single out, I mean, you're doing so much TV, you're kind of taking over the world, Lyra, to be honest. So what's the next plan for you now, girl? What are we going to see from you for the rest of the year? Is it going to be more new music? Are you going to be, you know, giving us some tour dates? What's in the back pocket?
Well, I do have the New Year's show. We pitched this on New Year's up in Dublin Castle, which I'm really looking forward to because like it's so weird. Last year I actually performed at Dublin Castle, but it had to be on my own because of COVID bringing in the new year. So now coming to this year, where I'm doing a full show at Dublin Castle with an audience is amazing to show that, you know, we have come a long way in the year. Yeah. So that's going to be amazing. And then I am releasing tour dates, but it's going to be early next year and there is new music coming out. Obviously around Christmas time, people are still going to be able to hear my Christmas EP that I brought out myself last year. So that's going to be circulating. I mean, realistically, there's no point in bringing out any new music in November and December because you're just bombarded with Christmas music. There's no hope for anyone.
Unless you're Mariah Carey. Yeah, Adele or Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Adele and Mariah got that stitched up. I mean, I'm out the game.
So your new track is called Lose My Mind. But I want to play like just a little game with you and say, what does Lyra lose your mind about? Okay, because like there's like pros and cons to this, like, you know, negative and positives that you would lose your mind about if it happened to you. Okay, so the first one is, would you lose your mind if you're stuck behind a slow driver? Are you one of those people that has a little bit of road rage?
No, I can't drive.
What? I was wondering were you going to say that because you never know if people can drive or not.
No, I can't drive.
And is that like on the bucket list, Lyra? Like, or are you just like, do you know what? Couldn't be arsed.
I'm like, I'm born to be driven by it. No, I do want to learn how to drive. I really, really do. I actually was in a really bad car accident. It's just petrified me. Yeah. But I said, this year is my year. I really, really do want to learn how to drive. There's only so many times that I can ask my dad to bring me down to gigs. I'm sick of it. I'm just like, the time has come. So I am going to learn how to drive. I promise.
So you might have the road rage then when you learn how to drive, because let me tell you, like I have the worst road rage ever. Lyra, would you lose your mind if you met Beyonce?
I'd lose more than my mind. I'd lose my soul.
Oh, stop. Is she like the musical idol, or is it more so like Adele, or is there any kind of like musical people that you just look to for inspiration a lot?
Sia a lot. I love Sia. I'm obsessed with her songwriting. And I'm obsessed with her voice and just the way she sings with like her own voice. Like there's no like, I don't even know how to say it, but like she just goes for it. Like, and even if she's a bit raspy or like, you know, there's a few bum notes here and there and everywhere, like she doesn't care because she's just that amazing. Style.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
She's like unapologetic and I love that about her.
Totally. And would you lose your mind if you saw someone litter? Is there any kind of pet peeve that you're like, when I see someone do that now, I just lose my mind?
Yeah, I hate that. I think it's so bloody rude. It's so bloody rude.
I'm with you on that one. And then the last one I have is, would you lose your mind if your new track went to #1?
I would lose it. I would lose the cool. I'd be like lost in translation. I'd be gone, Don Perignon. Off I go.
I love it. Come here, Lyra. It was such a pleasure to talk to you. We're going to play your new single, and I feel like we're going to see and hear a lot more about you in the next year and the next few years. You're going to be the next big thing. So thank you so much for everything.
Thank you for your support, because that's what realistically makes me an artist and gets me to where I am. So it's a collaborative thing. So thanks for supporting me, honestly. Big love.
Thanks, Lyra. Thank you so much.
Thanks, sweetheart.